Here's Guy Wehman, Ben Brunson, and Frank Vernuccio, Inside the News.
Welcome back to our last segment of Inside the News. Glad that you are joining us all across the country. Ben Brunson, Frank Vernuccio, myself, Guy Wehman. And as we put a bow on the program here, Frank, let's talk about something quite simple, and that is people need to go to work. Well, Congress says we're going to be out till the middle of September, and we had a stimulus meetings of going on number 4, and Congress just basically said, yet, we're not going to do it, Frank.
Guy, on my last several trips to the supermarket, I was carefully studying the milk cartons because I suspected there would be pictures of Nancy Pelosi on them. Look, for Congress to leave its post at a time of crisis like this is a clear slap in the face to every American. They have their normal schedules. This is a crisis. They have no business recessing at this point in time. Throughout this entire fourth stimulus discussion, the president has put forth proposal after proposal. There was room for debate. Congress, instead of choosing to debate or to put forth ideas and come to some kind of reasonable compromise, dug in their heels, demanded all sorts of goodies for the Democrat Party, and simply walked away when the president wouldn't concede to them. The president has, I think, outmaneuvered Nancy Pelosi and the House of Representatives in his executive order. I think that the House of Representatives is going to pay for that strongly in November. This is nothing less than a soldier abandoning his post in time of war.
Ben, we talked about that during the break about how President Trump, he's just so good, is that he did outmaneuver Pelosi and Schumer.
Yeah, the Democrats maneuvered to create this showdown with the Republicans by proposing a bill that they knew was completely unacceptable, a complete non-starter in the Senate, and they thought they would have a gotcha against the Republicans by shutting down the process, and they could campaign on that. It's backfired. The president outmaneuvered them by issuing his executive order extending the core benefits that they were going to campaign on, which is the shutting down of these unemployment benefits. Those are now protected by executive order. He has extended the relief on the eviction relief that was popular for the last several months. So he has taken the wind out of their sails and forced the Democrats really back to the negotiating table. So good on the president. Very, very smart move on his part.
You know something, Ben, and then we're going to get the hot buttons here real quick, but the Democrats should know that Trump says what he's going to do. He said that he was going to executive order, and he did it. I mean, that was evident when he dropped those dozen bombs when she was dining with him down at Mar-a-Lago.
Well, Trump is an open book. That's the one thing you can say about him. If you're not sure what he's thinking, just go read his tweets and he'll tell you.
Yeah. All right, Frank, your hot button topic today.
There is a common symptom of all socialist governments, in that they hate religion, simply because a socialist or communist government can't stand any competition for the hearts and minds of their citizenry other than the socialist government itself. During the past couple of months, we have seen an attack on Catholic churches throughout the United States. We have seen a huge increase in anti-Semitism in the United States. Those aren't just opinions, those are actual facts. You can look it up. It is fascinating that even as groups like Catholic Vote call upon Joe Biden to denounce the rise in attacks on Catholic churches, the rise in attacks of anti-Semitism on college campuses, Joe Biden has not responded. I think this is a real harbinger of what a Biden administration is going to look like.
Wow. Okay, Ben, your hot button topic today.
Well, we've had to endure in recent days the spectacle of a woman who earns $30 million a month. And I said that correctly, $30 million per month. Lecture white people about their privilege, working class white people about all of their privilege. That woman is Oprah Winfrey. She's worth $4 billion. And I'm kind of curious which home she was in when she was lecturing white people about all their privilege and how they game the system. Was it her 25,000 square foot home in Montecito? her 10,000 square foot home in Chicago or her estate on Maui as she lectured people about that. What a disgraceful display to see someone who has nothing but wealth and privilege lecture working class people.
Wow. All right. Great show to hear today, guys. Thanks so much, Ben.
Thank you, guys. It's a great pleasure. Thank you to our listeners.
Thanks, Frank.
Greetings and goodbye from the socialist paradise of New York.
All right. And we want to thank you, our listeners and viewers all across the country. This is Inside the News. And until next week, stay safe and stay strong.
You're listening to Wehman, Brunson, and Vernuccio, Inside the News.